There's a lot that goes into managing an orchard. Watering, weeding, fertilizing the soil, making sure the temperature is right. But most importantly, you have to keep the fruit in a good mood.
I'll think about
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Vamos. Pronto. Ah, tá.
Extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
My parents always say, no
Bora.
matter how busy life
Vou fazer a missão de Fontaine, não é?
is,
Nossa querida Escoffier!
and enjoy a proper...
Is that Davia over there? Oh, it's been a while.
Navia!
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Shh!
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Bourne.
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Wait! Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? Huh. So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
O que é que está a passar?
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Bourne doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Vermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside!
Huh? But you said...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on.
Yeah. The fuck?
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again. Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Beau. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all...
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making... Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to... Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunked before she...
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you... And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh,
Paimon will join you, 'cause this is kinda all Paimon.
Oh, guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre, a really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered...
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
All right. Since there's candy...
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
Mano, essa maluca tem que parar.
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her...
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Huh? Hold on, there's... Find... Escoffier?
Escoffier! Ei, ninguém está.
Escoffier?
Olha, Mario!
What does this mean?
Huh? You know that name, Nadia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
Vamos embora! Tudo bem, como é que estás, pá? Caralho. Amanhã acabamos com o Rosie.
Escoffier, anyway.
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Beau, before Savannah.
Polly.
She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bourg's history, after the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gâteau de Bourg? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow.
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to, but none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede?
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the
So that's what happened.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out.
Kick someone out!
It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the...
Well, about that...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove! You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then, you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom! What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when...
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Yes, Chef!
Excuse us,
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Fiamma.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes? Is there something I can help?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navia's come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
That's hard to believe.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do...
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica.
Escoffier?
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Wait, so now she's,
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Get back on track.
Wait, she looks like... Is that a Escoffier?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
TD BEM.
Tudo bem? Tá tudo mal e contigo? Eu disse isso quando disseste oi.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I messed...
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up...
But... Please, you have to forgive me, or Chef is gonna... Okay, I know. I'll...
What the heck?
Estás bem?
Estava a tentar recuperar a
Passo no PC. Ei, essa... Ei, que merda.
Monica, can't you see that you're just making your customer feel... If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go begging...
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the...
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That wasn't on you. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up...
Lumiline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with...
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guards' list of controlled. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm dining from now on.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to... Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you do remember who's boss. Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and...
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tete-a-tete between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this...
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition.
According to legend, the founders of Hôtel de Bord, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time on their hands.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts. And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has
Reintroduction?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the...
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hôtel de Boer.
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it...
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose...
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Board to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de... It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of...
Present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. I want your copy. The original version. The one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipe.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were... And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bourg, per the recipe in the codex. Well,
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show...
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping.
Precisamos uma batalha de culinária.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Oi, estás aí, mano?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Holding back?
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off. Never.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide. For instance, so rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful, and Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Bourg, which, especially Modeste, he was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time...
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Bourg...
What? No, of course not! Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only serve food? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. That was it. The end of the Hôtel de Bourg's heyday. It fell into decline, and from even then it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with
Echo cake and Sagai.
What? Qual era o código? Posso ver o código? Agora voltou, agora quando vi o teu computador, vou pico, pico, pico e roubo-te lá tudo.
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe...
It did, but like I said, it's the dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But as for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Venegem's business.
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind of takes...
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right?
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to
So, could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly...
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place. Well, a joint
What? Huh. Guess she's had a...
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gâteau do the talking. It means vesting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula. However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But that should be a breeze for you.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Bourg is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review.
Opa, olha todos no Genshin, que maravilha.
Opa, olha todos no Genshin, que
I'll show
maravilha.
you what I'm made of.
Olá, Patrick, tudo bem? Estou a fazer a missão da Escoffier, né? Infelizmente não posso tirar nela porque vem aí o Kazuha. Estou bem, ainda bem, Patrick. Vem aí o Kazuha, não posso, mas não posso tirar na Escoffier.
Awesome, e you ainda não fez.
Eu estou a fazer agora. Até estou a curtir a missão dela. Ao contrário das missões de Nathan, que
Jogo Genshin Tamam.
já percebi. Por acaso estou a curtir de jogar. Por acaso estou a curtir de jogar aqui. Eu peguei a minha. Ei, que sortudo!
Ela me ajuda no abismo.
Ela me ajuda no. Carai! Já? Já. Que? Como é que já tens a Escoffier já upadíssima? Nossa, vocês são malucos. Eu não vou mentir, eu demorei para aí um mês para upar a minha veraça.
Mew time que fizayaka, Yellen, Farina e Escoffier.
Ui, muito bom. Muito bom.
BEM-VINDOS time.
É muito. Não, é muito forte. Muito forte mesmo. Esse time é muito forte. Opa, eu não tenho a Escoffier, mas tenho a Shanha, não é? Tenho a Shanha. Também.
Partying face.
Let's go, Mario! Qual é a palavra passe, Mario? Diz-me aí.
EU recentemente grave meu titro.
Meu teatro. Ah, teu teatro. Bem, o meu teatro foi mais ou menos.
VC consegue fazer o titro até o 10.
Ah, não, isso é fácil para mim. Para mim fazer o teatro. Para mim fazer o teatro, o visionário é fácil. Eu tenho personagens suficientes e consigo fazer. Mas não vou mentir. Houve os primeiros teatros. Não, os primeiros não. Houve pá, 1 ou 2 teatros que eu consegui todas as estrelas. Infelizmente já faz pá, aí 2 teatros que eu não consigo todas as super estrelas.
EU demora certa de 49 minutos, mas EU o vídeo e fico 31.
Lá está, eu consigo fazer-me numa boa ao teatro. O meu maior problema é o abismo. Mas em termos de teatro eu consigo fazer. Mas eu não consigo fazer porque sou velho no Genshin jogo. Exato, quem joga já Genshin há muito tempo consegue fazer numa boa teatro. E um tablet para jogar Genshin. Tens que experimentar Genshin, Mario. E lá está. O teatro é fácil para quem já tem o jogo, para quem já joga há muitos anos, porque o teatro é basicamente só ter muitos personagens. Também tem estabilidades, tem. Só que basicamente só tens que ter muitos personagens. Exatamente. E depois tipo, não é preciso, no teatro, não é preciso fazer todas as super estrelas para ter as 800 gemas. Portanto, não interessa se fizer. Já, olha, primeiro eu importava-me, mas agora já faz 2 teatros que. Sim, eu também só tenho eu também só tenho esta conta. Opa, eu também tenho muitos. Eu também tenho muitos, mas. Mas eu não. Eu também tenho muitos personagens, mas lá está. Eu não sou. Opa, eu não sou free to play. Não sou free to play, mas também não sou um pay to win. Resumindo. Eu também consigo fazer algumas. Eu não sou um free to play, mas também não sou um pay to win da vida. Resumindo, eu só gastei Quando eu, tipo, queria ter um certo personagem. Nunca gastei para constelações. Constelações, nunca. E armas, também nunca gastei. Armas só atirei quando... Os arcontes eu tenho todos. Os arcontes eu tenho todinhos. Fiz questão de me focar nos arcontes. Tenho os 5. 6. Tenho os 6. Tenho os 6 arcontes. Arcontes eu tenho os 6. E já os tenho todos buildados e o caralho. Agora eu quero o Kazuha. E lá está, como eu disse, eu não sou um pay to win da vida. Eu já. Não, mas tu fazes bem, Patrick, tu fazes bem. Eu infelizmente já tive, por razões um pouco, como posso dizer, razões um pouco válidas. Por exemplo, no banner de Liui. No banner de Liui eu queria muito a Ganyu e a Shanahan. No banner de Liui. Porquê? Porque também já tinha... Porque tinha aproveitado e comprei as skins delas, quando estava na promoção. Quando saiu, eu adorei as skins. Lá estava. Ou skins, pronto. Adorei as skins dela e eu comprei. E eu fiquei um ano com as skins a apanhar pó no inventário. As skins ficaram um ano a apanhar pó no inventário, só para ver. Quando elas vieram no banner de Liui, infelizmente perdi os dois 50-50. Tive que... um bocadinho, né? Mas eu já disse, nunca mais vou... Como assim?
Tipo eventos, OT trolling
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Como podes ver, estes são os meus personagens, pai. Estes são os meus personagens. Pai, deixa-me só te esconder. Estes são os meus personagens que eu tenho. Pronto. Dos 4 estrelas só me falta aqui o nosso amigo IFA, porque não é como não vou atirar no banner, não vou ter o IFA por enquanto. E a nossa querida Fischl. Eu não tenho a Fischl, impressionantemente, já jogo isto há mais de 2 anos e não tenho a Fischl. Eu não tenho a Fischl, gente. Pai, gente, deixa-me só tirar esta cena. Pronto. Eu não tenho a Fischl, eu já jogo isto há mais de 2 anos. E não tenho a Fischl, nem sei como. Então o que é que temos que fazer aqui que eu não estou a perceber porra, bro? Tenho que cortar, é. Eu gostava de ter as duas, gostava, mas... A Varessa eu gostei bem da Varessa. Opinião um pouco impopular, não é? Porque a comunidade de Genshin meio que ficou a odiá-la para caralho, a Varessa. Eu não, eu gostei bem da Varessa. Eu gosto de Sonic, por isso ela também fez-me lembrar o Sonic. É válido. Já, pode ser, manda aí manda a tua ideia. Podes mandar a ideia, manda a ideia que já vejo o teu conto.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from a kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature, but this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably...
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before. Cool. No, weird.
The device isn't cold enough yet. I need to reduce the temperature.
Como?
Hoya de manhã calmo chupai.
Está a trabalhar. Bem-vindos, amigos, que estão a entrar, muito bem-vindos. Peraí. Lá está, eu acho que não vou conseguir ver. Exato. Pois é, meu amigo, eu não vou conseguir ver o teu ID porque sou da Europa. Sorry, mano. Lembrei-me agora, pá. Eu sou da Europa, do server da Europa, não consigo ver o teu ID. Não consigo adicionar sequer. E nem sequer aparece. O que é um pouco estúpido, acho eu, da parte do Genshin. Porque, tipo... Eu realmente não entendo porque é que no Genshin não dá para jogar com pessoas de outros servers. Foi aí no chat. Não, está no chat. Está no chat. Mas é o que estou a dizer. Eu sou do server da Europa e não dá para ver o IDs, não dá para ver contas de pessoas que não sejam do server da Europa. Portanto, desculpa, amigo, não vou conseguir ver. Porque, infelizmente, o Genshin não deixa isso acontecer. Não sei porquê, mas o Genshin devia dar para jogar com pessoas que sejam de outras regiões, pá. Não sei porque é que não deixa. Só que tem que... Eu sei, és Brasil. Vi logo pelo ID. Vi logo pelo ID porque os UIDs.
Mass Sequizzer, VC Pod Me Visitor. No Mu Canal.
Isso depois posso fazer, sim, depois faço. Depois não procures, mano, depois lá passo. São os compostos, sabores extraídos não são os ingredientes, já processei todas as frutas que...
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated.
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and I'll demonstrate again. Now.
Ugh, smiling face with open hands.
Venha aprender com Escoffier. Domine-se a precisão de sabores. Ai, meu Deus do céu.
And carefully.
Meu Deus do céu, o que é que tenho que...
That didn't count. I was experimenting.
Como é que vou fazer isto? Mas não tô... Eu gosto bué da
And voila! Now it's your turn.
Eu gosto bué da Escoffier, não vou mentir. Bosta. Ter que voltar para o caso é fodido.
Not terrible, considering this was everyone's first time, but the Traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try. Oh, well, they do say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Now I've seen it firsthand. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Boer's current menu. That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product.
Ok. Tá bom. Tá certo, mano.
How's it going?
Macarons. Se o menino houver seu prato finalizado.
Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a...
6 points.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all...
That's 6 out of 100.
Mesmo que voce não consiga
Escreva uma
reunir
expressão, você pode ver eles em ação e pode ajudar até você a fazer novas equipas. É verdade.
E eu tenho a playlist do canal.
Eu tenho um playlist do canal. Depois passo lá, o Patrick. Oh, coitado da Paimon. O ego da Paimon em comida vai ser... Está lixado. Que tem muito mais experiência em comer do que em cozinhar. Mas está bem claro por este prato que tem muito mais experiência em comer do que em cozinhar.
By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Ai!
Me next, me next! I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my...
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
Aww.
É uma jornada bem rígida.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last hope.
8 points.
darn. That's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
Fofinha.
I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Huh? How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of... I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess...
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining.
Chef Escoffier!
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bois, right?
Huh. And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help.
Yeah, I was gonna...
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bois kitchen. So if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier...
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving...
I have not. But I'm fully rested now.
Já está, tá. Vambora. Tem graça que a faca da Escoffier é de gelo.
That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I can't seem to grip my knife.
Essa é a faca da Escoffier, meu amigo.
Do it again! 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 Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand.
A voz do puto
I was
velho
feeling
graça
so much
quando
better, and then
A voz do puto mais grossa que a do pai. Não pode. Ah, mano, é sério. O puto tem a voz mais grossa que a do pai.
I will. Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think
Oh, Rodrigo is to no shopping.
O Rodrigo está no shopping.
psychological trauma.
Está no shopping a fazer o quê?
Monica, when did you get here?
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. But anyway, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah horror story. Let's.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the.
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Beat it up.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get it.
Either straighten yourself out.
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me.
Oh, man.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hope.
Dad.
Dad!
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time?
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep.
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call.
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's...
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then... Well, this is the first...
You do this for us? Thank you so...
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a...
I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so no.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives. That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this
I love you.
I wish I could eat that all over again.
Wow.
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
Confia Escoffier. Se calhar vou parar por aqui. Já fiz uma horita. Se calhar vou parar por aqui. Uma horita de live. Amanhã é final de Final Fantasy. Amanhã vamos acabar com Final Fantasy, supostamente. Se o Rodrigo tiver disponível. É uma horita, velho. Também comecei um pouco mais tarde que o normal. Um bocadinho só. Vai ser raptado o Rodrigo. O Rodrigo vai ser raptado por quem? Eu quero logo acabar com o Final Fantasy. Mano, mas o jogo de 60 FPS é totalmente diferente, mano, a sério. Estou arrependido.
Poor aliens, ah ha ha ha.
Poor aliens. Oh, velho.
Aliens rainbow flag rainbow flag.
Vai, vou bazar então. Bye, gente. Até amanhã. Boa sorte com a Escoffier, meus amigos. Que eu infelizmente não posso tirar não.
Running late again.
Foda-se. Ó, vaza. O umbigo? Umbigo?
Não tem umbigo neste jogo como no outro.
Não, tem. Isso, olha, por exemplo este. É que eu estou a usar neste momento, eu tenho. Mas aqui não é tanto. Aqui tem, mas não é tanto como no outro. Deixa eu ver. Esta dá para ver o umbigo se vier cá em baixo. Mas não vou fazer isso agora. Não, por acaso aqui a nova Escoffier já dá para ver o umbigo se estiveres a olhar por baixo. Esta tem umbigo, esta não tem. Não tem. Aqui tem outra. Esta não tem, veja, esta aqui está a tapar o umbigo. Esta tem. Esta não. Esta não. A outra tem mais, o outro jogo tem mais, vejam. Todas tapadas. Lá está, só tem para aí o quê? 4 personagens. Oh, tem este senhor. Este jogo até tem um senhor, de mostrar um amigo. Tem esta. Tem para aí. Oh, tem esta. Este tem que estar quase.
Mas é bom por menor.
Não fica mal. Agora o outro, eu acho que o outro é mais. Por exemplo, aqui elas mostram um umbigo, mas é porque, por exemplo, estou a usar shorts ou assim. No outro jogo é diferente, porque tem personagens no outro jogo que mostram o umbigo tipo em roupa transparente. Aqui acho que não tem ninguém assim. Tipo, no outro jogo é mais. É mais tipo estranho porque tem personagens que mostram o umbigo numa roupa transparente. Tipo, aqui se mostrar o umbigo é porque está à mostra, estás a ver? Tipo, só isso. Ou vês? Exato. E aqui tem menos. Vá, vou desligar. Pronto, vá, tchauzinhos. Tchauzinho. Ah, mano, eu queria ver Escoffier, não mentir.
Zá.
Tchau.